Yo, yo, what's up, KP Squad? It's your boy, Quiet Porpoise. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are doing another anime discussion with Franky, and this time, we have a couple more friends joining us as well. Me and my best friend Willow's good friend and her cousin, who we will refer to as Cannonade for today, as well as me and Franky's in real life friend that we've had for a while, since like college years for me, high school for him, our friend Jessica or Jessie. So yeah, come join us and talking about our top 5 most inspirational or influential anime characters. So catch you on the flip side.
It can be anybody that, you guys like, anybody that you guys role model yourself after, anybody that you just think is pretty cool. Even if it's like somebody like Shin-chan that you guys think... Shin-chan, sorry, somebody yells at me when I don't do Japanese correctly. Not saying who. Kipi-chan. If you like Shin-chan, go ahead and say, oh yeah, Shin-chan's my favorite. Chan, whatever, sorry. Shin-chan is my favorite. But...
Go with it now.
But I keep picking because... How about that? I didn't turn that on. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to start with, oh, I know a friend might be joining us later. She's just being an adult. Right, who has time to be an adult? Yeah, insert cat throwing up meme. Alrighty, so without further ado, KP-chan, lead us off. Who's your number?
Start.
Okay.
No, you start.
When they're like, oh yeah, you start. All right. So I have honestly 5 characters that I chose that I basically thought was an amazing character, or just are amazing characters and all that. But I'm gonna start off with an honorary mention since it's technically not.
I'll join in, but he won't talk yet.
So an honorary mention, which is technically not a part of an anime, is Uncle Iroh. I love Uncle Iroh. I thought he was a great character. I'm sad that he's not, the Avatar is not an anime. It's a Western anime. Go ahead and look at the old stuff, and or it's on KP-chan's channel. Hey. Go ahead and support my editor. She's a really great person, really great friend. She's really mean sometimes.
Well, I have to be. I have to keep you in line.
You don't have to keep me in line. You don't have to keep me in line. You choose to keep me in line.
True. I am the wine ant.
The wine ant. Alrighty. So it basically started off is like, why is Uncle Iroh like one of my favorite characters, or like an honorary mention? Well, Uncle Iroh, just like me, he's an uncle. Granted, he's been an uncle longer than I have, because I believe Zuko's like 20 something. How old is Zuko? Like by the end of
15. I think he's like 15 by the end of Avatar.
Nah, okay. Oh, Uncle Iroh has me beat by like 1 year, because my oldest niece is 14, and boy howdy do I love her. But I try to role model myself after Uncle Iroh, or at least he's just influential because he has this way with words, just a way to like show how just show his wisdom and all that. It's just like he's been through a lot. Spoiler alerts, by the way, he lost his son in a war. He suffered. He went through depression. He was known as the Dragon of the West, meaning because he slayed the quote last dragon. Plot twist, there's more. That's in Legend of Korra, and Zuko comes in on a dragon. But he's just a very wise and caring individual that I try to at least role model myself after for my nieces and nephew, because they, besides having their mothers and their fathers in their life, they kind of need somebody outside of that, somebody they can run to, just like what Zuko did to Uncle, or that's what Zuko did with Uncle Iroh. He was always there for him. Like, I'm always trying to be there for my nieces and nephew, even though they're like 2 hours away from me. But that's 2 hours worth of driving, and gas is expensive right now. So with that example, let's go with my fifth favorite, so we're gonna start from 5 to 4 as our influential characters. So like my fifth most influential character that I thought was pretty awesome is my namesake, Franky. For those who don't know who Franky is, he's the shipwright of the Straw Hat crew, and what made me fall in love with him, like what made me have him as my favorite character besides the main character, because everybody is a main character fiend, what made me have him really be the name that I, took after was because he's just awesome. He's like, always dependable. He's always there for his friends. I try to be there for my friends. I try to do a lot of stuff for my friends, try to be the strong friend, the crazy friend, the wild friend. I'm the one that always cooks, so I know he doesn't cook, but he makes things, technically makes ships and or weapons, but yeah, he has a lot of good quality. That's why I like him. He's just an all-around character from the Straw Hat crew. He's not my waifu, by the way, whose name I also took. Robin, by the way, whose name that I also took. But I wouldn't say I see myself as Franky, but I see myself taking characteristics that he has, like the overly manly man, the one that goes like super, right? And or just making dynamic entries like Might Guy, haha, bunch of anime references. So like one of the questions we have is like, why did we choose him? I chose him to say, because he's just an all-around great guy, and I choose to try to model myself after him, because I want to be like that friend that says, hey, guess what, I'm here, or call me if you need me and all that.
Impossible. Call me, beat me.
So what's the sitch?
Call me, beat me. Ha 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 ha. That's another cartoon. Go ahead and check out the old streams, eh? Yeah. Thank you.
Segue.
I know. So I'm gonna actually popcorn this off to KP-chan.
You're lucky that I just figured out my fifth. Okay. Okay. My list is gonna be crap. Because I last minute am still trying to figure out who they are. Okay. So as my fifth most influential or whatever character I have written down is my sweet little blonde baby boy, Armin from Attack on Titan.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Giovanni. About to throw some JoJo characters in there.
JoJo. I don't watch JoJo.
Blasphemy.
Anyway. Yeah, so I just put him down there because I know that he's like super smart. He's got like the big boy brain. He's got big wrinkle and big brain. And why I chose him, he went from being like this like tiny scared little boy to like practically like in a way a pack leader, even though he's not, well, spoilers for Attack on Titan, by the way. He's not captain or anything, but he does kind of lead the squad in a way. Kind of. So, yeah, he went from being like this, like, little, like, ball of, like, I'm gonna curl up and cry in a corner, to, like, hey, I'm in charge. I got all this brain power. Go do this. We're gonna win this thing. Let's go. So, yeah, and then, let's see, what makes the thing that made them one of our influential persons? I put down kind of what you said with the Franky thing, is that he's a supportive friend. So I love supporting my friends. Obviously, I'm literally the editor of one. Hello!
Shameless plugging.
I know. That's my fifth one. Now, whoever else goes.
Haiti. So that means our last one that needs to go is Cannonade.
If you have anybody.
If you have anybody.
Well, top 5, my number 5 anyway, would probably be kind of one from left field here. Tsunoyoshi Sawada from Katekyo Hitman Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got into that there before I graduated from high school. It's mafia anime. I think the reason why I chose him, number 5, because I don't really relate to him much, because he kind of starts out as a crybaby and failure kind of thing and everything.
Sorry if you saw that. Okay, that gave me an idea. Anyway, go on.
But like, he desperately wants to improve himself, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do now, is just improve myself with anything. And just the way he never, like, even though he knows he's up against a big wall of insurmountable odds, like, they don't think he can do anything that he is getting ready to go and do, but he does it because plot armor. But
I love that plot armor.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why he's my number 5.
Like, the last question is, like, we'll go into depth about it later, but it's like, who is our, even though they are in our top 5 and like we rank them and all that, it's going to be more or less like who is our most or like who's the person we role model ourselves after. That's coming in the later stream. All right.
I think I might know candidates. But I'll keep my mouth shut.
Alrighty. But yeah. All right. So that means we're going to move to our 4th one, which plot armor or plot twist, right? My 4th one, I believe I have them set as I keep getting, like, they keep teeter-tottering, but I'm going to give my 4th one to All Might.
Knew it.
All Might would be my number 4 for sure, because him and like Escanor, who's my number 3, often switch places just depending on like how I'm feeling. But All Might, the one who stood at the top, was the hero of heroes, the peacemaker, the one who carried the world on his back, right? Almost said Escanor. All Might. So why did I choose All Might? Out of all the characters that came before him and all the animes that I've seen, why All Might? I think it was the reasoning behind his smile. Like, if anybody knows the reasoning behind why he smiles, he once stated that the reason why he smiles is due to not wanting people to see his fear. Like, even the greatest hero in the world can get fearful. But he doesn't want the people to know that, because he wants to, what's the word I'm looking for? He wants to be able to show them, like, hey, I know it's scary right now, and trust me, believe me, I'm scared, but here's a warming smile to give you at least hope. And that's what I try to do. I know I try to show off, like, hey, you know, although I know I'm not the greatest person in the world, I at least try to smile through all the pain, because, you know, as a human, we all aren't perfect, as much as I, you know, would like to think I am, but I know I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. And then, like, with all the, I guess, pain and suffering that a human goes through, I try to at least smile and help them out, or just to, like, outstretch my hand, like, hey man, I know you're going through a lot, believe me, I'm scared too. I'm scared too. So that's why here's a friendly smile. Like, I try to literally be that friend, like I said, to, as you know, as I took it from Franky, I try to be that one friend that tries to always help them out. And from All Might, I tried to be like, hey, you know, although I know I'm scared as shit too, especially like as the way the world's going now and all the wars and fighting and like disagreement, here's a warm smile, so that way you can at least have something in your corner, you know. Although I can't give you everything, I can't give you what you want, but at least I can try to help you. So that's why I chose All Might as my number 4. And then, like, what made him like influential, like the scene of when I guess the first time we see him like in action, I guess, which isn't the slime one, it's the one where Deku was like reviewing the All Might footage of when he's like coming out of those flames. Yeah, when I see that KP-chan is like losing her stuff, but it's the scene where he's coming out of that flames and all you see is like him carrying all those people and the giant smile that he has, plus the reason behind the smile. That's why I love him, or that's why I think he's my most influential character. All right, KP-chan, I saw you getting hyped up.
No, I was copying Deku, what he did when he was watching the thing. He was like, we're also hyped. Okay.
You're copying the meme, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, so my fourth favorite character, literally just wrote it down because something Cannonade said reminded me. My fourth influential character, probably not the best, but you know what? I don't care. Takabichi Hanagaki from Tokyo Revengers. Currently watching it. Haven't finished it yet, but I'm watching it. I chose him solely because he protect, he attack, and then he cry. Right? But no, like he is sticking up for his friends, protecting them, and I'm very like protective of my friends. I'm like, you touch them, you die. And then the reason that I put him down as my number 4 is because I am also a crybaby with a savior complex. End scene. That's all I got.
All right, Cannonade, you're up.
all right. Number 4 is a Dragon Ball character, and no, it's not Goku.
Oh,
You know, everyone's probably gonna think it's Goku because, you know, main character. But technically, he can be counted as main character, I guess. It's Vegeta, actually.
oh, that's a good one.
I was wondering, I was like, not Goku, but Vegeta?
It could be Piccolo.
I chose Vegeta because he looks scary, but if like later on we find out he's just a big softie, and that's, I guess, the energy I give off to people. I look like a big scary person, but then once you get to know me, I'm a big softie. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm a pushover. Don't get me wrong. But just like Vegeta, you know, push me, I'll push back. And I've always liked him, even as a kid, because I always thought, like, yeah, he looks mean, but I can tell he's gonna be on the good side one day.
Right.
And that's it for this one.
All right, since everybody knows my number 3, I'll talk about him. My number 3 character, he is the one that stands on top of everything, the pinnacle of manly men, the chadliest of all chads. He says, no matter if you're man, god, or even demon, those who I see, I look down upon. He is the one, the only, Lord Escanor, the lion sin of pride. So why is he my number 3 picked? Yes.
From
7 Deadly Sins, or
Thank you.
Nanatsu no Taizai.
Nanatsu no Taizai.
Hi. Was it? Watashi wa Nanatsu o Taizai o Hasai desu. Did I say that right?
Watashi wa Nanatsu no Taizai o mimasu.
Mimas. It's been a while since I did Japanese courses, I'm sorry. I can do Spanish. If you go off and what? Huh?
I was gonna say, don't say it again.
Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to say it because I'm already, like, my first video is already demonetized. Yeah, Escanor, when he showed up in season 2, he took over. Like, the internet just exploded. It's like, wow, Escanor! I'm like, Escanor, right? So, why is he in my top 5? What makes him number 3 and stands above All Might and Franky? I think it's just because his character development for me. the reason why I liked him so much was because, you know, he was a prideful guy. And who isn't prideful? Like, I know it's a sin to be extremely prideful, at least to the extent that he was. But I don't know what's so wrong with being a little prideful. Like having some pride within yourself, some pride within your work. You know, I take a lot of pride into my cooking, and that's why, even though I know I flop a lot, I take the past experiences and transform them. Or I'm just way too proud to really admit my mistakes because I don't want people to like use my mistakes against me. I know I opened up to a few people, and you know, they would use my flaws against me. They're like, oh, you're so prideful, why are you so prideful, why do you do this, why do you do that? It's because I need to take pride within myself, because my self-esteem is all the way in the core of the earth right now. I'm not very I don't have very high self-esteem, but when Escanor showed up, I just like, wow, there's this guy during the night. He's weak as shit, he's cowardly, he runs away from fights. But as soon as Daybreak shows up, yeah, he had some great yeah, he did have some great character development. But you know, at night he's this weak, scrawny man who can't really protect anybody and just runs away from everything because he's just so scared. Which, as a human, we're all scared, all right? I saw that, and then I saw him like during the daytime and see how he developed as a character. Like, I don't know if you can see it back there, but I have like the 2 mangas that he's just like, wow, in, right? He just does so much work, and then like at the end he's just like, hey, even though I'm in my weak and scrawny form and I don't have my magic right now, I'll still do whatever it takes to protect my friends. And then when he's in his Escanor form, like the day form, where he's all beefy and jacked, right? Like you can stretch some cheese on those abs, those washboard abs. I'm just like, oh my god, I wish I had those abs. But I like food, so that's more the king of scraps, Hawks, in that aspect. But I took him because I'm like, man, this guy's so cool. And then like when he gets his powers back and do all this stuff, and he's just like, you know what? Even though I'm prideful, I want my friends to help me. I want to protect them. Like a good chunk of my characters are, I want to protect. Like I protect, I attack, but most importantly, I don't know.
He snack.
He's a snack. I wish
no,
Merlin.
Not a snack. He snack.
No, he is a snack. Daddy, right?
Stop it. I'll get demonetized. Stop it. I'm just kidding. I don't get paid for this shit.
Yes, you do get paid for not this, but you get paid for editing.
Mine, but for yours.
But yeah, I you know, with his character development, that's what I try to do. I try to, even though I know I'm prideful, as I have the tattoo on me and everything, you know, I try to at least be that guy, you know. I know I don't want to be over prideful, but due to certain reasons, I have to be. I mean, I don't have to be, I choose to be. Yeah, he came off as this cocky, beefy dude, just like, haha, no matter god, no man, nor demon can defeat me. And then when he's fighting Esterosa, he's like, of course your commandment doesn't work on me. I have pity for those I look down upon. And then Esterosa said something like blah 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 blah, and then Escobar's like, who decided that? So I'm like, let's go, Chad of the year. Alright, KB John, go for it.
Okay. Alright, back to my crappy list. Okay. So, my number 3rd most influential character that I just decided today because I just remembered something about it. Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. So literally like, okay, so backstory, right? There's this thing called personality database, right? You could look to see what your MBTI, I believe it's called, Myers-Briggs personality type. You can see who all has the same as you. And apparently, Yuji and I are the same. And like, the more I watch Jujutsu Kaisen, the more I'm seeing myself in him, and vice versa. But either way. And the reason why I chose him to be number 3 is because he inspires me, or as well as others maybe, to be strong-willed, because as if you know Jujutsu Kaisen, also spoilers if you don't know it, he doesn't want to kill people, and everyone's like, oh, but as a Jujutsu sorcerer, you have to kill people, and he's like, no, I'm not going to. Peace. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right, Cannon, what about you?
Mine is from, or my third is probably from, or is Soma from Shokugeki no Soma.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because we both cook, and we've both been cooking or since a younger age. Haven't had the experience like cooking with a parent in a restaurant, hoping it would get on their family plate or whatever, but I don't think KP's had my cooking.
I haven't yet, but I want it.
I know I haven't had your cooking.
Yeah.
I want both y'all's cooking.
Yeah, that's mainly it. I can't really think of anything else for him.
That's okay. As you can hear, I'm really bad at this too.
I mean, it doesn't help that we all decided to do this last minute.
Legit, like.
Well, I gave
Anyway.
out the questions last minute too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have a cooking competition. I wouldn't mind. I'm more of a smoker and griller type of guy, so it's going to take a while because I'm trying to perfect briskets. They are the
You
brisket.
can make the best ramen. Video idea right there.
Oh, that's easy. I have secret ways I can't show off or tell because I don't want to give my competition the edge. But I have like other things that I can cook and do all that. Depends on like who's providing all the food.
Yeah, and also, where's our other friend?
She said she's on her way home at
Okay.
least.
That's fine.
Like I said, I'm not trying to take up everybody's time.
Right.
'Cause I know-
and we're not trying to rush her either.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take up your time because you know some of y'all have dates apparently. It's fine. I'm being single for a reason.
Anyway, who's your number 2?
Alrighty, my number 2. Oh boy, what I think
Your
it.
big steamy number 2.
Yeah, I think this one would actually go off to Killer B from Naruto. I can't rap or anything, but I think it's just because of the teaching aspect and the carefreeness that he has is why I like him so much. Hey, it's Jessica!
Just made it.
Ow.
Hi.
Alrighty, well here's our other friend, Jessie.
Yes.
She is the one, if you go over to my Twitch channel, she's the one that made my new banner. Twitch banner, and I really appreciate it because it looks really great. And I'm like, hot damn, right?
Round of applause for Jessica's art.
Yeah.
Woo!
If only she can do like, if only she knew she could do like personalized emotes, but I'm nowhere near affiliation. I'm just saying, but it's fine.
Bro, I got 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. You're gonna need to slow down for a minute on the request.
No, you're good. I'm trying to do this stuff on my own too, so that way I'm not tasking KP-chan and you, Jesse, with all my requests, because apparently I'm a slave driver and I'm trying not to be. We are currently on our number 2 in most influential characters, but if you want, you can go ahead and take this time to talk about your number 5 through number 3, and then we'll loop back to my number 2.
If you have them.
If you have them.
Well, I was actually wondering what you meant by, like, influential. Do you mean, like, influential to the anime community or to the story?
To yourself. Like,
To
why...
yourself, yeah.
They're basically, why are they your favorite characters? Or, like, why did you choose them out of, like, the vast number of characters to be, like, your favorite. If you have like your like number 5 through number 3, go ahead and talk about it.
I got nothing at the moment.
Alrighty, I guess we'll look back to
Give me
you.
some time to think.
Okay, well, we're gonna go back to my number 2 then, and then we're gonna go to KP-chan, and then Cannonade, and then we'll look back to you and see like where you're at in all this. KB-sama, not KP-sama. I don't want that going to your head.
But I am God. Hear me.
Your anime god, if that... Not anime god, your editor god, if that makes you feel better.
Okay.
Alrighty, so Killer Bee. Why did I choose Killer Bee? What made him so influential? Like, why... What was the thing that made him my influential character? By the way, there are questions, Jessica. What made him, like, go in there, I guess, is my number 2 currently, is just the way he is. Like, growing up, obviously, he was a Jinchuriki, he was hated by his village, which I still find funny that literally a good chunk of black people were in one village. I'm just saying. Growing up, he was the Jinchuriki of the Hidden Cloud, obviously, and, like, everybody hated him for it because he's technically a monster. Because if he didn't control it, or if the 8 tails, Hachibi, by the way, if Hachibi wasn't like as chaotic as the 1 tail or as demonic as the 9 tails, you know, if Killer Bee lost his sense of self, he would have definitely destroyed that village. Like, I'm pretty sure he would have been able to like clap hands with the Raikage A, because I'm just saying, the 8 tails plus Killer Bee and doing all this stuff that he does is pretty badass. I'm just saying. I'm sorry if there's swear words. You're not getting monetized, KP-chan.
I really don't care. I don't get paid.
But you have 17,000 subscribers.
I know. Tell that to YouTube. They don't like me.
I think it's fine. It's just hard work and grind. You had that channel for how long? Like what? Several years now?
God, yeah. I've had that channel since high school.
I
I
didn't.
uploaded very crappy anime music videos, but that's another story.
Yeah.
Those anime crack videos.
Yes, those two.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those.
Those were actually.
Funny.
Yeah, those were decently good to watch. Just gonna turn
Anyway,
down my
this
mic.
isn't about me. Shut up. Go back.
But why is he on my list? What made him like influential? Like I said, it's due to him being able to overcome like all the hate he had to endure. I know I didn't have a lot of hate. It's just, well, I don't want to get like too deep into it. I guess being a black man, there's hate directed at me, but not towards me, I should say, due to, you know, color of my skin and all that. But like I said, thanks to him, you know, I was able to take what I learned and just, I wouldn't say shove it in a corner, but just like take what I learned and mold it into my life or current life status. You know, just be myself, be free. Even though I suck at video games, I'll still play them. Apparently he sucks at rapping, but he's still better than me because I can barely rap as it is. And, you know, you go like, oh, yo, yo, and all that jazz, right?
Beatbox.
I go like, know my name, know my fame, don't be lame. You know, Weep King, that's me. Number 1 Franky, right? I gotta dip my head down because apparently that's what rappers do. But, you know, what made him, like, on that list? It was actually when he kicked the shit out of Sasuke's ass and did it while rapping. I thought that was pretty badass, I'm just saying. But yeah, that's why he's up there. You know, he's my influential character because, you know, he just does him. Like, I know I need to do me more, especially currently. Like, you know, depression, right? You know, as a human, we won't have depression, even though I don't know why. I actually know why I have depression. But, anywho's, side tangent over. I try to live by my standards and not by any other standards, and that's one of the reasons one of the hardest reasons I've been trying to teach one of the hardest lessons I've been trying to teach myself is to live for me and not for others. And that's what he does. He lives for himself and not for others. Even though he does get beat up a lot by his brother. What brother doesn't beat up on their adopted younger sibling? So that is why Killer B is up there for me. Alright, KP-chan, go for it.
Okay. So, alright. My second most influential anime character. Those of you guys who know me, which Franky, Cannon, you know me the most, I believe, out of all the four of us. Well, I don't know myself. Okay. But yeah, my second most influential character is ouch. Dun 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 dun, Kirishima from My Hero Academia. This boy. Anyway.
The hardest of boys.
Shush. That's because of his quirk, y'all. Context. Anyway, I chose him. Well, why I chose him is because he is strong and he is brave, courageous, and of course, you know, he's manly. I love this boy.
Rock hard abs.
Yes. Which leads me into, I close the questions because I'm dumb. What makes
what was the thing that made them your influential character?
Yes, and that is because I relate. Again, I relate. So he had this whole, spoilers if you haven't seen My Hero Academia, cover your ears, children. He had this like very inspirational growth from being like this insecure little boy to like gaining confidence to be himself and more confidence in his quirk and whatnot. And he's like, yeah, I'm strong. I can do it. I can handle it. So, yeah. And I am the same way. I am also very insecure about myself and working on gaining confidence. Other than that, yeah, that's it.
All right, Cannon.
Cannon, you're up.
All right. So, not to copy KP or anything, but my second favorite, or my second most influential anime character is from My Hero as well. And I think she knows who it is because I think she just reached for him. Bakugo.
I was about to say Dabi. Or Zawa Sensei.
No, I mean, I think everybody can relate to Aizawa, especially now that we're adults. We just want to sleep all day.
So yes. Cannon's cousin, my best friend.
But with Bakugo, I chose him because I didn't really relate to him when he was a kid, because I didn't really have all that praise handed down to me. Being the oldest in my family, I was the one that was supposed to be perfect for everybody, be the role model. So I didn't have that, like, oh, you're such a strong kid, you're such an amazing kid. It's, you have to be strong, you have to be amazing.
Mood.
But I chose him because as the story progresses, spoiler alerts, he gets over his, I don't know what to call it, his ego, I guess. And he kind of starts asking people for help when he needs it. He actually talks to his childhood best friend as a person, and it just shows that even the people that you think are the most toxic people on earth can change. But Deku never saw him that way, obviously. He worshipped him. But Bakugo related to me in that because, like, especially after All Might couldn't be All Might anymore, he felt responsible for All Might's downfall, and just that scene when he and Deku were fighting there towards the end, when he's begging Deku to basically finish the fight and end him for ending All Might, that almost made me cry, man. That kind of made, like, hit home. I don't know why. I don't feel responsible for ending anybody, but I guess it was just hit home because there's been times when I haven't been there for people when they needed to be, especially here lately, I've had a couple of deaths in the family and haven't been able to be there for them towards the end in any way, shape, or form, just because of life getting in the way. But yeah, sad reason, but that's why Bakugo's my second most influential person.
Yeah, I guess that.
Unpopular opinion. Wait, I have an unpopular opinion. Or I guess maybe it is a popular opinion. I don't know. Bakugo's character growth is the best character growth in the show. Fight me on that. Anyway.
But yeah, yeah. What were you saying, Cannon?
I said it's definitely up there.
Yeah. I think what got me with My Hero was when All Might did his final smash against, spoiler alert by the way, he was fighting, was it All for One? Yeah. And then he's just like, I can't let the world see my weakened form because, yeah, otherwise, the world's just going to lose hope. I'm like, I understand that, All Might. I don't want the world seeing my true form either. This scared, cowardice man-child, by the way, who really doesn't have like all this confidence and oozes all this confidence, or is as social as people like to say I am, which I know I'm not. I kind of just force myself to be because outside world's scary. Yellow orb is scary. Grass is a no touchy zone. But what got me from My Hero is actually the fight. His final fight is like, God damn, I'll never see this man fight again, except for in the movies where he really doesn't have a choice to not fight. But when he was saying goodbye to, All for One, that got me right in the heart. I'm just like, God damn, man, saying goodbye to the thing that, you used to protect everybody with, it's gonna be hard as shit. Like, I don't know what my thing is yet. I think it's just my supportness, my support playerness. Anyways, Jesse, have you thought of your number 5?
I think she's muted.
You're muted, Jesse.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
You're okay.
Have I been muted the whole time?
Yeah. But it's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
You're okay.
Okay, so I kind of wrote random names of characters that I find influential, and I kind of forgot to put them in an order.
I mean, just choose 5 of them and go for it. For all in our number 2s, so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, one of them, has anybody here seen Steins Gate?
I've heard of it.
A few episodes.
The main character, Okabe, is definitely up there for me, I think, because, like, the whole plot of it is like time travel, and like he makes some mistakes and he has to make sacrifices to undo those mistakes, and I just think it's like really brave to like be able to make those kind of sacrifices in order to protect the people you love.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Also, I got Jiraiya on there.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing he's your number. Where is he from?
From
Naruto.
Yeah, okay.
Aha.
Yeah, I'm not fully caught up on Naruto. We still have a little bit to go.
Is it Naruto, or are you not caught up on Naruto, or are you not caught up on Shippuden?
I'm caught up on Naruto. I'm not caught up on Shippuden. The last part we got through was the pain arc, and I
You shall know pain.
And I had just met Killer Bee, which I'm already loving his vibe.
You need to watch the scene where Sasuke gets his ass whipped by Killer Bee. I'm just saying. Do you not, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jesse, but do you not know how disrespectful that is? Like, you're getting your ass whooped. Like, you stole something, right? Like, your mom told you not to touch something in the store, you touched it, and she just goes like, pop, 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 and starts opening up the wombo combo on you, and then he just stops mid-fight and starts writing down lyrics. That is the most disrespectful thing in anime history ever.
God, I'm inspired real quick.
I'm just imagining like you're in the store, you're like trying to pickpocket a candy bar. Suddenly, somebody just suplexes you while writing your diss track.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, this is a good group of friends. Alright, so, you got anybody else? Because we're going to be on our number 1 most influential characters.
Oh, I definitely got Olivia Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yep.
Is definitely up there for me.
Yeah, her
Strong
brother.
female vibes.
Yeah, her brother Armstrong. When he's
both of them. I love
yeah,
both of them.
the overly manly man confident that oozes from from her brother Armstrong is awesome. I gotta remember his first name. I don't remember off the top of my head. Alex Lewis Armstrong. Yep. So, anywho, that leaves us with our number 1 top influential character. Who wants to start us off?
I mean, you've been starting it. I'd say you go. Unless you're too excited to say yours.
I know, but it's okay. I'll start.
I was
Thanks.
gonna say, I can start if you want me to.
Okay, you can start because I wouldn't mind going last. Save the best for last.
Alrighty. Well, so the one that I put down as my number 1 most influential anime character, it was the first one that I written down like 3 days ago till I filled out the rest today. But anyway, and that's Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. And the reason why I chose him is because he just is this ball of kindness that I aspire to be. He is kind to like almost pretty much anyone, no matter like who they are, the character, because you don't know their backstory, so you can't judge them too quickly, stuff like that, and like I just aspire to be like kind to others, and I already imagine that I'm pretty kind to others, but I want to keep that going. So yeah, that's it for me.
He has like an 11th form of his water breathing, right?
What?
He has like an 11th form of his water breathing. It's called talking. It's not talk no jutsu. It's what is it? Water breathing, 11th form. Talk your ear off. And then cry is his 12th form.
I shall delve into this demon's backstory and I will cry about it.
12th form. Cry Mountain.
Hey, that's Deku's actual quirk, by the way. Crying.
True.
Tear fountain.
Yeah.
He was like,
summoning hospital beds.
right, and then
That too.
Or locating hospital beds.
he punches the air
No,
so hard.
He's in a very deep, heartfelt relationship with the hospital bed.
Yeah, everybody ships that. Alrighty, Cannon or
All right.
Jesse, go for it.
Do you want to go, Jess, or do you want me to go first?
I don't care either way.
Alright. I guess I'll go. For those of you who know me in real life, you guys will probably know this one or probably see it coming from a mile away. But Ichigo Kurosaki.
How's it going?
Let's go.
Are you ready for the last arc? The
Yes,
1,000 year.
I'm so ready for it.
I heard that it's supposed to get a better ending than what the manga did because
Yes, the Bleach nerds have arrived.
we can talk about that afterwards after you say your stuff, but I'll let you talk.
Yeah. But, okay, so Ichigo is my number 1 because, like I said, those who know me in real life probably see more of him in me than anyone else that I've mentioned. He's a protector, which, fun fact, I found out that the characters that are protectors in anime are often given black blades. So any
That's
character
true.
that has a black blade is seen as a protector, or as a protected role. But also, just like Ichigo, I'm an older brother to 2 younger siblings, not twins like Ichigo is, but 2 younger siblings, and he's willing to put his life on the line to protect them and his friends, and I'd like to think I would be willing to. Having supernatural powers wouldn't help either. Doing that.
Right.
And also, especially when I was younger, I always felt like I had this monster hidden within me that could come out at any moment. And as I got older, I figured
Mizu
out
and Karin.
that was me, like, forcing any rage that I had to feel, that I was feeling, because I couldn't project my feelings when I was a kid. If I did, I was reprimanded for it, or if it was something like that, because usually with anger, it led to violence.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really express the anger that I felt, and like, he eventually learns to control it, putting air quotes there. He doesn't really control it, he just kind of, it's a spoiler, he finds out that that monster was in him from birth. So it's like inherited, which I definitely see my anger is inherited, or my short temper is inherited. On both sides, both my parents are very short-tempered. I have a longer fuse than they do, than what my brother does. But believe me, when it goes off, it's like an explosion. And yeah, that's mainly why I chose Ichigo as my number one.
That, and also you usually use him when drawing yourself too.
I can
Okay, I can't help that. Ichigo was the first Bleach was the first anime that I watched that I actually knew what anime was.
Yeah, Bleach was my first one. I came in on the Bount arc. I think it was.
I came in on the Arrancar arc, like during his battle with Grimmjow.
Gotcha.
In Wakamundo. So yeah, seeing that fight like 2:30, or not 2:30, like 11:30 at night, and then like middle school.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
But quick side tangent, and then we're going to get back to Jesse. So the reason why the manga had a very terrible ending, in my opinion, is because excuse me, Shonen Jump pissed off Kubo so bad that he made a terrible ending. But now, since they're getting the final arc and he's going to do it properly, he's going to try to do a good ending. So that's why I'm like, I always hated the ending of Bleach and kind of fit off my top 5 ranked anime because of the ending. Like, to me, if the ending is garbage, the whole anime is garbage. All right, Jesse, what's your number one and most influential character?
Just say really quick, maybe it's a good thing that Harrison couldn't join, otherwise you guys would be talking about Bleach for like forever. He is a huge Bleach fan.
Bleach fans, man, you can't escape them.
No.
But my number one character, I just got caught up on the dub for Black Clover, and I think it would have to be Yami.
You need to activate your Sharingan, madam.
What?
You need to activate your Sharingan, madam, so that we can watch the subs. I mean, I'm not saying that it's better or anything. I know I watch dub animes here and there, but Sharingan. All right, continue your story. Sorry.
The person that I watch anime with has a hard time with reading, so we watch dub so that they can have an easier time keeping up with it. I'm cool with either way, honestly. But the reason I chose Yami is I love his style. Just like, hey, you're cool, you're kind of an outcast, so are we, come and be one of us. And he kind of just like, he really forms like a family with the Black Bulls, and I love like the uniqueness of it, because he accepts anybody and he makes it a goal to include and accept everybody.
Yep.
Like, especially like outcasts.
Yeah. So that's actually a good pick.
No,
No, we're all
the
gonna
next anime
stare at
I
you
plan to watch with my
simultaneously.
best friend.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think Yami is actually a good character. I'm gonna have to tell you, like, you might have to switch to the manga at some point, since they canceled the anime for some odd reason. And then
I thought it was just on a hiatus and they just announced a movie.
no, so the anime got canceled for some odd reason. I don't know why. But I know that they're making a movie to excuse me, that encompasses the entire last couple arcs. But yes, the manga itself is on hiatus for at least the next month, so that way, So that way the mangaka can have time to really understand what's going on with their last arc. Alright, so now it's time for my number one, right?
Go for it.
Kind of embarrassed to do this, but he is known from the north to the south to the east to the west. Ladies want him, men want to be him. He is known as one of the great legendary Sanin, right? You can see where I'm going with this. He's known as the epitome of manliness. He shall not fall for the wails of women. When you're me, you only... Well, I'm literally reading his quote right now. When you're him, you only know him only as a flash, that sexiness that all women fall to their feet. You know him, you love him, and I try to model myself after him a little bit, by the way. He is known as the great Toad Sage Master Jiraiya. And then insert the woo, pah, right? Naruto.
Okay, I haven't watched Naruto.
Okay, so the first reason why, I was a little kid, mind you, he was a pervert. And I thought his pervertness was actually funny.
That guy. I had to look him up, sorry.
Yeah, that guy. The guy with the white hair that goes like this as he's spinning her.
Cat ears on his headband.
They're Oni horns, thank you. Anywho. Yeah, like he's a cool dude. I really love him. I thought he was very influential, especially on Naruto. Like when his spoiler alerts, right? You know, when he died, because in anime, every random character, there's always that one character that you love that just dies, right? That one hit me. But I know when, again, spoiler alerts for those who haven't seen it, from the Natsuno no Taizai, when Escanor ends up dying, I know, I was crying like a bitch. I not gonna lie, I was at work, and, you know, I read the manga, and I just start crying, and my boss is like, what's the matter? I'm like, my favorite character died, man. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. He's like, you good? I'm like, no, man, my favorite character died. Just blubbering, I'm listening to sadness and sorrow, just like, do-do-do, do-do-do. I'm like, crying. But, you know, Master Jiraiya, he is actually one of the better characters in Naruto. Granted, he's not a god like what Naruto and Sasuke are. What made him stood out was how he took on that, I guess, well, he was Naruto's godparent, but he took on that fatherly role when, you know, he showed up into town. And I wouldn't say I try to be everybody's father, but I try to be, you know, that father-like figure, you know? I don't want people calling me daddy or anything.
Are you saying you
Trust
secretly
me,
adopted
we
me?
won't.
Okay, first off, hurtful. And secondly, what?
Are you saying you secretly adopted me? Did you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Father.
No.
Why does everyone try to adopt me?
I wasn't directing it at you. I'm looking at my camera. But ladies,
Viewers of Franky, you're all adopted apparently.
well, we're all in the Franky house, thank you.
Yeah, we're the Franky family.
Yeah.
He is father.
Not father. Don't get it confused from father from Full Metal Alchemist or anything. I won't try to kill you guys. You know, try to find the Philosopher's Stone. Spoiler alert.
He's Otaku dad.
Yes. I am known from the north to the south to the east to the west. I am the great, as me straighten up my pompadour, Otaku King Franky. For y'all. Pah. Right? But okay, so what?
No kidding.
Anyways, so Jiraiya, right? Why did I choose Jiraiya? Why is he my number one? Well, because he is that guy, I should say. He's the one that takes on that responsibility that nobody else wants to take on. Like when he had to go fight Pain, like he didn't want anybody else going with him because Pain, again, more spoiler alerts, like this whole rant or this whole talk is about spoilers. So he had to go fight Pain, who was his student. Technically Nagato, but whatever. And plus the deep that it's Pain. But he had to go, like he went to go fight Pain by himself because he did not want anybody taking on this responsibility. Like Tsunade wanted to send people with him, but Jiraiya was like, nah, this is my responsibility, this was my mistake, I put so much pressure on these kids, I have to go fix my mistake. I know I fuck up a lot, and if there was times when I can go back and fix my mistakes, oh hell yeah, I would definitely go back and fix my mistakes. So like I would go back and fix some mistakes from other things and take away the prideful aspect that I had back then, and then I'd go back and fix all mistakes if I could, and I tried to when I was interning, I tried to give off this not facade, this what's it called? This characteristic of like, hey, I know you don't know me well enough, but I want you guys to come talk to me, especially the anime kids. Like, oh my god, quick side rant, right? I lost a bet to some anime kid. This is like, I told him like, hey, if you do decent on your math test, I'll watch Yuri on Ice. Lo and behold, he ended up getting a B on the test. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta watch Yuri on Ice. Still hated it. I watched it all in one night because weeb power. Yeah.
Homophobe.
Yeah, that was a lot. I had to take too many breaks, and I'm like, because like I think it was Kristoff that kept creeping me out. I'm like, god damn, why is he over sexualizing himself right now? But yeah, that's why I chose Master Jiraiya. He was like very influential. I wish I had actually gotten his statue at CTV2, but I ended up getting Tsunade because she's on my waifu tier list. But with that being said, let's get to the final question. Out of all our anime characters, right? Doesn't have to be from our list. Who is that one anime character that we try to role model ourselves after? Let's go, Canon. Go for it. I flipped the imaginary coin.
Like I said, it'd probably be Ichigo. From Bleach, he was the first one that actually knew what anime was, and there for a while I actually tried emulating the way he acted. I was about to say, I think Kaylee would
some action.
I think Kaylee would sorry, KP would understand. I think KP would understand that one because she saw me the most outside of school. Didn't really start emulating him while he was in school, because when he was in school, he was kind of a delinquent. He punched people and stuff in school, so didn't want to do that far. But at one point, I think
your mic's not on mute.
That's because I'm giving the background music, thank you. Because I'm trying not to get you demonetized for singing, Baby, now you feel like number one.
You would, or she would get demonetized.
I don't know if that's, like, in the free range.
Well, I don't know, because, like, every time anybody plays that video, they don't say, oh, I got demonetized for playing that clip.
For them, I get demonetized for everything I do.
We get demonetized, thank you. So, with Ichigo, do you remember the scene where he ends up calling the ambulance for the guys he started beating up?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the original, call an ambulance, but not for me.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see why you think, why you try to role model, or why Ichigo is your role model, or why you try to model yourself after him. But yeah, I see that. Go for it, Jesse. Like, who's that one character that you try to model yourself after? It doesn't have to be from the list or anything.
Oh shoot. I just had it in my head, and then my brain cells decided to do the chimichanga or whatever in the corner.
That's a deep fried burrito.
It's called. Wait, what's the actual dance called?
The Macarena? Totally racist. Hey, Macarena.
Why must I say chimichanga? Is it because you're here, Franky? Is it because of the whole Deadpool thing?
Yes. Fun fact, I have a very expensive Deadpool statue up there. It's like $100 and some odd dollars. Go ahead.
Surprised me.
Go ahead and talk about your most influential character. I'm going to drag him down.
So, like, the character that I try to model myself after the most, I'm honestly not sure. To be honest, there's, like, a lot of characters that I feel like I'm like. I guess maybe, like, if I had to choose, like, a weird combination of Present Mike and Aizawa. Because, like,
I shall be sleepy
hyper,
and loud at the same
also
time.
Tired. Like, you ever, like, I'll be at work, I'll be super tired, I'll try to drink some, like, something sugary to give me a sugar rush so that I'll be, like, hyper and stuff. I'll just get sleepy faster. So I feel like I'm some weird combination of the two.
That's the bad thing about working customer service. I don't know if that's what you do or not, but front
do.
desk, KP and I know that one.
And me too, by the way.
I
Yeah.
know.
I used to work in food industry. But bam, look at this. He's in Naruto running. There's supposed to be there's supposed to be a sword somewhere, but it fell somewhere. So when I'm cleaning my room, I'll definitely try to find it. But go ahead, KP-chan. I don't know if Jessie was done with her schmeal, but go ahead, KP-chan, and tell us. Go for it, KP-chan.
Okay. So I'm glad that we don't have to choose from the list that we made because mine isn't from my list. But one that I think that I was aspired to be someone who's like a role model, whatever, is going to be Rengoku from Demon Slayer. I
Umai!
love that man. Umai! Umai!
Umai!
I love that man. Just like again, kind of with the All Might thing, like he puts that smile on his face, you know, and he's always just like, you know. What?
He doesn't blink.
He doesn't blink either. Yeah, no, his eyes were dried to all heck. But, and then like, you know, then he gets serious when he's fighting. He's like, all right, time to take down this demon. Swing, fire breathing, woo! Like, what's this power? The sun one? Whatever it was called. But it's the sun one, but
It's
yeah,
not.
Heart Ablaze.
Oh.
Yeah, just like the protectiveness, and like a mixture of just kind of being overall positive. I'd say that's a pretty good aspect of a role model. So that's what I got.
I think this is what he says. Stand tall and be proud. No matter how weak or unworthy you feel, burn up your heart, grit your teeth and move forward. If you curl up into a ball and hide, time will pass you by. It won't wait for you while you wallow in your grief. Set your heart ablaze.
Set your heart ablaze. And Cannon, I don't think you've seen the movie yet, have you?
No, but I did kind of watch the majority of the second season. I ended up falling asleep like the last 3 episodes. But
Oof.
Okay.
yeah.
But you know what happens.
Yes.
Okay. And Jesse, I don't know if you've seen Demon Slayer or not.
I have not seen it.
It's not a pretty anime, and it's not bad, so you can more than welcome to watch it.
It's a very good anime. I love it.
Yeah, second season with what is his name? Uzui plus
Uzui?
Yeah, Uzui versus versus the demon, and how he's just like, "Ah!" I'm like, oh god. Like, granted, I read it, I didn't watch it, but I went back and watched all the fight scenes anyways, because yes. But when Uzuri is just like going to town and just like, he lost, like, spoiler alert, sorry, but when he lost some appendages and whatnot, and just, he's getting cut up to hell, and he's just like fighting with all his might, just going, ah, and he's just screaming at the top. If you ever watch that scene, which I highly recommend everybody go watch, you need to watch that, because it was great. It wasn't as great as Rengoku's fight, which everybody was saying that the demon that he was fighting went or took pity on him. But I'm just saying, old boy was fighting for his life. Like, he was putting his all into that without a demon mark, by the way. More spoilers.
My friend Xavier watches it. He watched it and he sent me like a clip of it because the art style was gorgeous.
Of course.
And I agree, the art style for it is gorgeous.
Yeah.
The animation for the elements when they use it, chef's kiss.
Like the movement in the clip that he sent me was just so fluid, and with that art style, it just
Gorgeous.
hit my little artist heart really hard.
Right?
Anyways.
It's almost 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and we have to wrap this up because somebody has to go off on her date. So, I know. There's 2 people that are single in this chat, and there's 2 people in relationships. I'm just saying.
And
Single high five.
apparently, the 2 single ones are Bleach fans. I'm just saying, but I'm not hating on it.
You can be a Bleach fan. It's just, go off and watch Bleach.
Jessica's boyfriend is a huge Bleach fan, so I can't say anything.
Alrighty. So, who do I role model myself after? And it's the one that we already discussed. It's my honorary mention, Uncle Iroh. I know that sounds like pretty cheap, and by the way, Inosuke's on there too. Like, he's like number 6 because, best boy in Demon Slayer. Thank you.
Boy.
So,
Can I add him to my list? Cause
yeah,
I didn't
go for it.
know if it was an option or not. Iroh's on my list, definitely.
Yeah. So, Uncle Iroh is an honorary mention just because he's not from an anime technically, but if you go off and watch the last stream, we say that it's a Western anime. That Avatar is a Western anime. But why is Uncle Iroh on there? Just to reiterate, Uncle Iroh is an uncle. He's very influential. He has so much power and wisdom that I strive to have in my life. I know I'm not the smartest. I'm not the brightest. I can't firebend. I don't have all this wisdom like I choose to try to emulate or choose to have in my toolkit. I guess when I get to his age, I'll definitely have some wisdom to share with my kids and nieces and nephews.
Everybody does.
Yeah, with age comes wisdom. But as I'm learning right now, being a young man, I have to, I guess, keep my head up throughout all the struggles because Uncle Iroh went through a lot. That is why I chose Uncle Iroh. He's just so influential and he's just so wisdom. And when he was doing the Leaves on the Vine, I almost said poem, but song. Thank you. Not gonna lie, that made me a whole bitch. I was crying. I was crying. I'm like, no, my boy, Iroh, why are you sad, man? Can't be sad, my dog. But yeah, that is my honorary mention. That's who I try to role model myself after. So
I want to bring in a fun tangent.
Go for it.
Just real quick, I want to mention how I mentioned earlier about the personality database and that Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen is the same personality type as me. Myers-Briggs personality, by the way. I am also the same personality type as Zuko. So, hi, Uncle.
Hey! I mean, you do got fiery red hair. Now you just need the scar. You gotta fight those inner demons and or get hit in that one spot. Plot armor to the max, by the way. With that being said, that is the end of our stream.
Alrighty, so that was me, Franky, Cannonade, or Cannon, and Jesse talking about top 5 most influential anime characters. I would like to know what your guys' ones are. So if you want, go ahead and comment down below. Tell me what it is. If not, that's okay too. Like I usually say, I have a Discord now. You can come in, join. Click the link down in the description. Come chat with me and some others, make some friends. It'll be a great time. Also, since I was talking to Franky again, I will go ahead and plug his Twitch down below in the description as well. Go check him out. And yeah, that's about it. That's it from me. I will catch you guys in the next video. So until then, stay true, stay you, and stay quiet. See ya.